But for somebody that's not disciplined, it's a problem.
What would you say, I guess, are what you view as the pros and cons of Bitcoin versus the pros and cons of real estate?
Yeah. So let me go back to the trophy. I'm not saying I live in a trophy asset.
Of course.
I own trophy assets
Sure.
that other people live in.
Sure.
Because they'll pay a premium to live in that trophy. And they don't want to leave the trophy because it's hard to replace it. That's why you want trophies. You want a trophy wife. You want trophy kids. Dude, you want trophy business. Like, you want things that are hard to replace, right? So what do I not like about Bitcoin? I mean,
Good answer.
Hard to find anything I don't like about it.
Good answer.
Okay.
Okay. Now I tell you what I don't like. I don't like that people don't trade it. You know, like, I don't think anybody's ever going to pay me Bitcoin for my house. I never thought anybody would. I'd be worried about the person's mental situation. What's wrong with you that you would trade Bitcoin for a house? Something's crazy, but it's great advertising.
Yep, of course.
You know, I don't like how liquid Bitcoin is. Now, I don't like that because personally, I don't want to make decisions every day. Right? So I don't like I don't like 7 days a week, but it does create the volatility. But for somebody that's not disciplined, it's a problem. Now I'm extremely disciplined, so it doesn't bother me, but I look at this is what I don't like about Bitcoin, because the more you talk about it, the more I'm like, I got to check and see what it's worth now. God damn it. It turns everybody into a degenerate. Okay. Real estate. Like, I've owned that property right there for 6 years. I don't look at the price of it today. I just look at the cash flow every month.
That's great.
I'm just going to wait until one day somebody comes along and says, you paid 140, we'll give you 200 million. I put 60 million in, 60 million becomes 120 million. And I got all the cash flow and I got the tax write-offs. That's another thing I don't like about Bitcoin. I don't get any depreciation with it.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. When I buy real estate, like when I bought that $230 million deal, we probably got $75 million worth of tax write-offs.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't like that Bitcoin doesn't cash flow. I love cash flow, dude. I'm a cash flow hoe.
Okay.
Dude, I like drips. I lack confidence in my ability to produce money in the future. I always have. Ever since my dad died when I was 10 years old, and it left me with this thing I can't get rid of, which is don't trust tomorrow. And so, because when my dad died, not only did I lose my dad, but the family lost income. No money came in next month, and the month after that, and the month after that. So I became very dependent upon cash flow. If my dad would have owned real estate when he died, if he'd have owned cash flow producing real estate, apartments, our income wouldn't have stopped because his career stopped. And so I don't like that Bitcoin doesn't flow every month. But look, now I'm in a place where I don't need more income. I want to create extreme amounts of wealth. So now, what do I not like about real estate? I've done the Bitcoin side. Real estate's slow. It's heavy. It's boring. It's got plumbing and roofs to take care of and windows and evictions and bed bugs and termites and tenants, and like, it's a pain in the ass, bro. But I don't deal with any of that because we have 14,000 units. So I have managers that deal with all that. What do I like about both of them together is it's like two super beings, it's a 2,000-year-old asset and a 15-year-old asset that converge together. And man, if you could figure out how to meld these two together for the next 10 or 15 or 20 years and be patient with both of them, I think you're going to get super rich.
I think something you mentioned about discipline, I think it's an important thing to consider because people do think differently. And when you said that real estate is a boring asset and Bitcoin's a bit too exciting for you, I don't know if I view it the opposite, but I do view it differently. I view Bitcoin as a boring thing. I view it as just a savings vehicle. Like, I'm I know it's going to go up and down every day. I'm not even thinking about it. Oh, it went up 30,000. It could still go down. It went down 30,000. It'll go
How
up
much you
again.
got, Gary?
I'm just viewing long term. Like this is just the day to day, week to week, month to month, even year to year doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's just this is long term savings. So
Yeah.
I view it as boring, but I get what you're saying that different people have different levels of discipline.
You're a more secure person than I am. I'm very insecure. So, I don't trust anything. I keep waiting for the freaking, world to fall apart.
And I think that's wise. I'm skeptical too. I think a lot of Bitcoin people are skeptics by nature. I think that's great.
I want to tease that out a little bit because one, I was immediately taken back by the "don't trust tomorrow" saying that you have, just a direct parallel to "don't trust verify" in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
There's this healthy skepticism and make sure that you know what you're looking at, make sure you're planning for the future. And I found that very beautiful and maybe part of what even like attracted you to Bitcoin as you discovered and explored it more. Switching gears just a little bit, talking about kind of
Nathan, on the other end, I've never bought gold, never bought silver, uranium.
Yeah, that's interesting that you, especially being in the real estate space, they wouldn't have looked at precious metals at some point as well too prior. Was there a particular reason why gold was never on the radar?
Yeah, because I'm like, it never made sense to me. I'm like, somebody's got to go dig it up to get it out of the ground. I have to buy it. I have to validate that it's even real gold. That people don't think they think that's easy. That's not easy, and that's an appraiser. It doesn't cash flow. I can't write it off. There is no tax deduction. It doesn't cash flow. Maybe it appreciates. Dude, I watched this thing go sideways for 35 years.
Yeah, that was flat for a long time. It's ripping now, which is kind of concerning.
It's a terrible investment. Everybody's having a party now. Still doesn't cash flow. By the way, where do you keep it? Where do you store it? Who are you going to pay? And when you want to sell it, how long is it going to take for you to sell it? If you have $5 million worth of gold or 500 grand worth of gold, 250, it's going to probably take you 4 or 5 days to validate whether it's even gold. And then the whole time you had to pay somebody to keep it. So I hate it. I hate gold. I hate silver. I hate the idea of it. I don't know why it's valuable. I've never traded for gold or silver. It doesn't even make sense to me. But it doesn't mean I'm right.
No, but it's a very interesting perspective too, because it almost sounds to me like both your journey through real estate and Bitcoin were coming from a solution perspective. Because we were focused on like the fiat money printer being the problem, then every kind of sound money might work for you, and gold might make sense. But because it doesn't, it seems like it's a very solution oriented kind of perspective. But shifting for just 1 second, because we talked about being kind of skeptical and worried about tomorrow. I want to get a sense, because you would have a very different outlook of, is there anything right now that kind of keeps you up at night that actually gives you pause or concern? And I'll just even tell you from my standpoint, I very much like Neil Howe and the fourth turning. And I do worry that things are going to get worse in the short to medium term before they get better.
Look, I don't even know what the fourth turning is.
I'll send you a copy for Christmas. It's basically, I'll give you just a rough example. Like even with the horrific assassination of Charlie Kirk, that I worry that tensions globally are rising, and that we might have some tough times on the horizon, but maybe not. Maybe your outlook is incredibly optimistic, and we have good reason to be.
Grant, if I may, you ever see that wheel that says, tough, hard times make tough men, tough men make easy times. It's like 4 parts. That's what the fourth turning is about. Like, but it's in generations instead of, so like a generation of men is the hard time. Then they make easy, the weaker men and hard. Yeah. That's so the idea is like, we're in the fourth turning now, which is we're in the hard times. We're going to need some tough men to get out of it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, maybe, I don't know, or maybe it's just trying to terrify everybody. Everything's going to be fine. Okay. 90, a buddy of mine, Bob Duggan, Bob's probably worth $17 billion, self-made guy, the wealthiest biotech guy in the world. I've known him for 20 years. He's like, Grant, no matter how negative things are, no matter how bad things are, no matter what's going on in the world, 90% of the people are going to work tomorrow. 90% are going to go to the store. 90% are going to go to work. They're going to take care of their families. Like there is no end of the world. And if there is, it doesn't matter.
So, fair.
And then now on the opposite thing, you guys are younger than I am. And I would just tell people that I think this is the best time in my lifetime to make money.
Really?
I've never seen a better, easier time to make money. I've never, ever. Like if I was 20 years old, I'd be a billionaire I'd be a billionaire before I'm 30 easily. Like I would know exactly what the track I'd run on. There is no reason for people to not be successful today. Period. Zero. There's none. Black, white, brown, male, female, young, old. You could be 14 years old and have a YouTube channel today making millions of dollars.
Yep. If you were 25 years old right now, where would you be focusing your attention? What do you think is at least a promising track to run on then?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about investments. I'd worry about getting great at something, anything. You have to get great at something. You have to become exceptional at something. You have to become abnormally gifted, which doesn't mean God's never going to give you the poof. You have to work it out. You're going to have to add 10,000 hours until people are like, dude, how do you do that, man? What's that thing you do? Why do you show up so early? Why do you stay so late? It's got to be that. Like, that ain't changing, folks. Bitcoin's not changing it. AI's not changing it. Ain't nothing ever going to change the fact that if you're an exceptional human being and you show up every day with exceptional gifts and then use those gifts every day, somebody's going to pay you a fortune one day. Not in the beginning, they won't. Everybody, you're going to be underpaid most of the time. And then suddenly if somebody sees that thing you do, like, who are you? What do you do? They have to be asking you these weird questions like, what are you on? You know, where'd you learn that? Like that. What are you part of a church or something? Like, what's happening? That was Charlie Kirk, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Like where'd he come from? You know, that's what happened in 10 years. He worked his ass off. That's what happened in 10 years. And he was underpaid the entire time until the last little bit. And that's the truth about most people. They're underpaid most of their life. And then one day, hopefully you'll get overpaid. So number one, I'd focus on myself. Second thing is I would definitely be in the real estate space. I would be looking at real estate as a place. It's not going to get cheaper. It's going to get more expensive. Can't replace it easily. People are going to become renters at scale, for economic reasons and for choice. I would be looking at AI. I would become an AI expert. I would know more about AI than anyone else in my community. I'd probably sell AI consulting services, collect the fiat, buy real estate, and then when the real estate starts cash flowing, I'd use the cash flow from real estate to add Bitcoin.
Hey, you. Yes, you watching the Bitcoin price movements and the latest exciting news. It's awesome to stay informed, but the real power of Bitcoin comes from taking control. Don't just watch, take action. Head over to btcsessions.ca/learn for free step-by-step tutorials that guide you through every major skill you need to know, plus full video playlists for deeper dives on any topic you like. And if you're ready for the ultimate fast track, scroll to the bottom and check out bitcoinmentor.io for premium one-on-one experience with my team of Bitcoin experts to ensure you get it right the first time. Don't wait. Secure your Bitcoin future today. Hit the link in the show notes or scan the QR code on the screen.
If you enjoyed this clip of Grant Cardone from the Mentor Sessions podcast, check out the full episode by clicking the link on the screen or down below in the description.